see things now.
Yeah.
Things can be seen. So what was the last thing that was said?
Okay, well, first off, hi guys, we're back.
Welcome back.
We're sorry.
We're back! The man behind the mask!
Oh. Okay, good.
We're back. I'm just gonna go make a quick announcement of the thing, being like, and we're back, just to make sure
I love
our deserters didn't completely leave.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. If they left,
I left.
If they left, then they don't deserve to hear what comes after that. But no, what happened?
Okay. So Yome went up to John. They're talking. Yome's just like,
I just need to know the last couple of things that were said.
I didn't know your intentions were going to be with Alan, and Chill Fox offered to watch over you guys, and I kind of misunderstood and assumed that he meant as in a date. As in a double date, so that we weren't completely third wheeling.
Well, I mean, wow, Yome.
Hmm?
I mean, just because that's actually pretty cute.
Love is war, love is war. Oh wait, I should be on mute. Hold on.
It's okay.
I mean, just because, well, Chill Fox is a program doesn't mean he's not a guy. You're really unguarded, you know that?
Really?
I think it's really cute.
I
was just wondering how things would go with the two of you. I mean, to be fair, ever since he told me he was going on a date, I thought it was super interesting. Did I go over? She said like that she had made Chill Fox and their family was like not.
Yeah,
okay,
she was
good.
talking.
Making
she
sure.
was talking about how she was very proud of Chill Fox. That she really likes Chill Fox.
And well, honestly, whenever I started thinking about the two of you, especially whenever I remembered how you were, like you and Cross both. I mean, and I guess Bug Vader's in his own special way. You. Sorry, you and Cross both are really interesting, like with all the different forms of artificial intelligence, and honestly, motioning to you, the just detail in which your models are made. I was wondering how well, if he was actually interested in you, or if he was doing it for any other reason. And whenever I think about what would happen if the two of you mixed records and things like that, it just makes me giggle.
Mixed records?
She opens her mouth for a second and then just kind of closes.
What does mixed records mean? Is that an innuendo?
Well, right. You weren't a Navi at first, right?
No, I was a companion program.
Well, I mean, not that this was something that I was, I was interested in seeing soon or anything like that. I was just more thinking, I mean, what kind of a program would be made from you and Chill Fox?
Well, in my case, I was...
It's more... The two of you are really pretty, you know? If you were to mix records, which mixing records takes parts of both of you, and there's a potential of creating something completely new.
Sex!
She like flails around and like covers her mouth. What are you saying?
Mixing records when two become one and something is created. Is that not sex?
I mean, kind of. Oh man, that I was not planning on having this talk right now. She looks around the thing, noticing that nobody else is in here. Like, I mean, yeah, kinda.
But right now me and Chill Fox are only friends.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to set you guys up or anything. I mean, it would be really cute if you did. It's less sex and more
Cooking?
That's a really good way to put it. I mean, I've never really seen Navi's mixed records before, um, but from what I can tell of it, sometimes programs are made that are some sort of take some sort of attributes from the two that do things. Sometimes the two of them get something called a style for one another, which is pretty interesting. Um, Sometimes they make chips, which is, I guess interesting. I'm not really into it. And sometimes, on rare occasions, other navies are made.
So
And,
sad.
and
No.
these programs, these different things that were made, all this different data, well, they have attributes from both parties involved. So
I see.
yeah, I mean it's sex kind of, but it's not like you don't. Oh, I mean I've seen. I mean, she like stops herself. Like I've seen Navi's. She stops herself.
You've watched?
I listen. Okay, you can't. Uh, it's not. It's not. Regular Navis can still have sex. It's different. Uh, you can't laugh at me. You didn't know any of this.
I didn't, but it is just so funny that this is the conclusion I've come to, and it has gotten you so flustered.
I guess I sound really silly.
Mm.
She kind of like waves her hands in front of her face, like, oh well, this is. Whew. You want to stay here for another minute?
So that you don't
Yeah.
look as red when you come back?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So mixing records can do many things. So it is kind of like that, but it is also kind of like cooking.
Think of yourself and Chill Fox or anybody else, I guess, as ingredients, and sometimes things come out of it. I've heard that sometimes there are complications if either of the two are buggy at all. But usually things just sort of happen, and it costs a decent bit of zenny to try to do something like this. But depending on what you get, it's kind of like, well, actually, this is a little bit interesting for you. It's almost like a bit of a gotcha. You don't know what you're gonna get, and when it finally comes out, well, I was thinking like one of the cutest things I was thinking was like maybe coming out would be like this little fox in a ball. But that'd be like a little program, you know? Or if it did have a Navi come out, I mean, we could watch it together, or you could come over and watch it, I guess, or whatever. It'd be cute, I think. I mean, it'd be from the two of you, and that sounds really adorable. I wasn't thinking too hard on it, of course.
I wonder then, would that make you an auntie or a grandmother?
Let's go with auntie.
Maybe it could be discussed, but I feel maybe there might need to be some more time. I am still a work in progress.
Of course, and, well, I mean, if we brought something like this in front of Alan, I mean, look what happened with me. I'd love to see what happened with him.
Oh, he would be absolutely flustered, and it would probably stress him out very much. Everything seems to. Besides, I am not sure if I want to do that for my first time. Hands on cheeks.
You gotta... Why you gotta bring it up like that? I mean, you could always try with someone else, but... I hear the Navi's first time going is, well, usually the highest, probabilities. I don't know if that's true, though. It could be. I could be wrong with that. I don't know. I can tell you now. I mean, I've thought about it. I've thought about asking like Beastman if he'd want to with Chill Fox.
As the janitor comes in, let me tell you something. Our first time is like the first pancake. It's sloppy. No one likes it. But the second one...
Why you get out?
Get out! Why are you in the women's bathroom?
I'm cleaning. I'm not going to tell you what I'm cleaning. Have a good night, ladies.
That was odd. And she's just like, I thought about asking Beastman maybe to try it one day. I mean, he was pretty interesting, and Beast and Fox, you know, it seemed like a bit of a neat little combo to get some kind of cute program from it. But I never did because I don't think Nell likes me that much.
She seems to be rather indifferent about everybody, actually. Or more so, everyone is controversial. But she is also a work in progress in some way.
I even thought about asking Blitzman once. I mean, that'd probably be a pretty tough program. But then I feel like Donovan would want, well, more of it than I was more wanting to see if, well, I mean, to be fair, if it was like a program or a Navi, I wouldn't mind like watching over it or having it be near me. But if it was like a chip or something, I'd of course I'd hand it over to Donovan. Like, you know, here you go, take it. Like, but you know, if it was something else, like she's like basically saying like she would have her preferences if she would be able to hold on to it or not.
I mean, if anything like that ever came out, I think Alan has enough to deal with just me, Cross, and Bug Vader. So I do not see why you could not have it if it was a Navi.
And again, I wouldn't want to keep it from you or Alan. I mean, if it was a Navi or a program or something, like you could stay over with it, or you could, you know. Oh God,
yes,
I'm
would like
like...
Yes, I would like visitation rights to my child.
I didn't mean it that way. But basically, we should go.
Maybe. I think they have waited long enough.
They don't know how long powdering nose takes.
No, they do not. You still haven't answered my other question, but you do not have to if you are uncomfortable.
Remind me, because I was gone.
I didn't know your intentions with Alan.
We'll leave it at that for now.
Of course.
Sorry.
No, it is quite all right.
Do you mind if I send you emails every now and then?
Of course not. Do you want me to share them with Alan, or is it just a private correspondence?
Oh, I was more just talking with you. If you want to share anything, you can, I guess.
I will only share if it seems like it could be of concern to him.
I wouldn't send anything over to you that I would feel like would be too much for him, don't worry.
It is quite all right. I am open to the idea of, air quotes, girl talk. Cross does not talk much.
Yeah, she seemed to really not want to talk a lot lately. That's really... Anyway. Even I, someone who does not talk to Cross, has noticed. Anyway. The two of you make your way out from the area. As you do, you notice that Alan and Chillfox and the waitress Navi seem to all be chatting, and the three of them are laughing.
They are doing just fine without us.
As you guys make your way back, Jean just kind of like scoots into her spot again, and you come up. Oh, looks like something's going on here. No, it's just some jokes.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it. You guys are back already?
Yes,
They were gone. They were gone for around 10 minutes, Alan. What? Really?
We had actually worried that we might have been keeping you waiting for a bit too long.
I mean, we can go back if you want. I was having fun. Powdering your nose?
She also had to use the bathroom as well.
Yomei!
What?
Oh, okay. My bad.
Hold on. Let me pause here. So it's in response to having fun, right? And your defense was she was using the bathroom too? Just making sure I understand your wording.
she was using the bathroom. She had a great time. I don't know. I mean, he took it he's not questioning it. Like, she was holding it in for a while.
Fun.
Popcorn goes right through. Anyway, I know.
Look, I'm not gonna say anything because of the implication.
We have more money.
Arad just donated $2. By the way, I'm pretty sure that Arad donated $2 before. Did I get that one? Hold on, let me look.
Also, so you don't accidentally transition to me while I'm mute, I'm going to be BRB.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a fun time, apparently.
28 minutes ago, Arad gave $2 saying, "Hey, remember when when you say Juan? Remember when Juan was the bad guy and everybody hated her and Squeaky was calling her a cunt? Fun time. Also, Rip Blue." And then just now, Arad gave $2 saying, "Blue, you prepared for this conversation. This and the last donation goes to the beatboxing my tool." All right, cool.
You know, Jean redemption arc.
You guys should know. I never make any characters that can't be redeemed. Look at Donovan. You guys were he was somewhat redeemed and he beat the shit out of Alan. Look at fucking look at Nathan. Nathan's gonna be redeemed too. Look at that boy. As he's gonna chew on P, he's gonna get redeemed. Kane's gonna get redeemed as he wants to.
You get a redemption. You get a redemption. You get a redemption.
Gonna throw Alan.
Not you, points to Anastasia. You get a redemption.
Smoke Man's gonna get a redemption.
Everyone gets redeemed. We all are friends.
As the Norma now seems to make her way away. Cho Fox looks back over. I hope you guys didn't mind, but she had came over a couple of times, and by the time she came over the last time, we had talked a little bit, and I already ordered for you, John, since I know kind of what you like. Oh, I cannot believe you, Chill Fox. What if I wanted to go something different this time? I also ordered something that I thought you might like secondary, and I got it for myself.
I mean, that covers it.
Whatever. I won't be mad this time. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your date. I didn't really know what you wanted, Yome, so whenever they asked for things, I just kind of went for a couple of different options, a couple of samplers.
That is quite fine. I've not had much eating experience except for that one sandwich.
As long as you don't mind that I did that.
That is quite all right. I wouldn't have known what to pick anyway.
Why would she have minded? I'm the one paying for everything, remember? I didn't go overboard or anything. Chill Fox said it was okay. Chill Fox just kind of like shakes his head. I don't know, Alan. You were pretty gung-ho about ordering for Yome. I don't know if I could have stopped you from getting anything expensive. But that wasn't what I was... It's fine. Again, my aunt's taking care of everything. Don't worry about it. He just kind of like looks down like, right.
I'm sure what you picked out will most likely be delicious. And if not, I will still eat it anyway because well, I don't care about the power source of this copybot. But it'll power up the copybot and maybe someone else will appreciate that.
Alan was talking about you guys wanting to get your own copybots at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really expensive though, right? I mean, I guess with your mother's connections, you might be able to find something, and luckily between your mom and your dad, you won't have anyone complaining about having something like that in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping maybe one day I might be able to do the same whenever I graduate, I guess. She just kind of like looks over toward Yome. Do you... Well, I guess. Never mind. As Chill Fox kind of like looks over to John and looks over towards you, Yome. Right. Hey, Yome. At some point, do you mind if me and you talk?
Of course.
There was, well, something I wanted to bring up with you since we're here on a date and all. if you don't mind.
I do not mind at all.
We can wait. It can wait till after we eat, though.
Mm-hmm.
It should be here pretty soon.
Of course. Is that all right with you, Alan?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to, Yome.
Mm.
As things kind of go a little bit further with the dinner conversation, eventually the Navi comes back with your food. She lays out several things in front of both John and Chillfox, and then she sets out what appears to be a large sampler type of platter between you and Alan. As things continue, you guys have your nice little I guess I said lunch. It's gonna be a dinner at this point. You guys have your nice little dinner. Yome, is there anything you would like to take care of before we move to the end of it?
Take care of, Hazen.
I'm just wondering if there's anything you'd like to do during.
I mean, I can't just walk out. It's not. I don't even know what you're gonna do.
I'm not asking you to walk out.
I think she's just gonna ride the waves of it.
Okay, good.
Yome, you're a fucking liar. It wasn't fun at all.
You guys,
What, did it hurt?
You guys end up eating.
Yes.
You guys end up eating your fill of things that are around. Eventually, like, Jean seemed to take like a lot of the things from her own plate, and she seemed to be very happy with what Chillfox chose. Eventually, she also just kind of like came over and like used her fork to grab a couple of things from the sampler, and just like kind of looking over at you like Chillfox eventually like handed off a bit of things over toward her as well, and he offered anything that any of the little pieces and things he had on his platter toward you and Alan. Alan did not partake in things. He seemed to be very happy with the bit of things that he was eating. He wasn't really eating too much during the event. He did eventually upgrade from water to some sort of a green sparkling drink.
Yeah.
However,
Yum, yum, yum.
as things continued on, and you guys begin to wind down, Chillfox began to seems to stand up and just kind of give a bit of a stretch. I know that we don't really digest these things, but you want to walk with me a little bit so we can digest?
Of course.
He puts a hand out towards you.
I'm sorry, Jester was asking me something.
He puts a hand out towards you as you're sitting.
She looks at it and kind of pauses for a minute, and then, yeah, she'll take his hand.
The two of you stand up, and he seems to start to make his way over toward the doors.
Yeah, she lets him take her hand and go.
No, you don't understand. She let him take her hand. She's still sitting.
Yeah, he just took a hand. Bye, Chillfox.
Chillfox began to make his way out from the area and just kind of stand for a moment, waiting for you to come out with him. And he seems to walk over toward the bay over there.
I didn't expect we would go so far away from them.
He looks back at you. He kind of like puts a cupped hand over his fox ear as if he didn't hear you from all the way over there. It was a joke. I heard you. Sorry.
No, it is quite all right. It was my bad.
Sorry for taking you out so far.
No, it is quite all right. What did you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, most of what I really wanted to talk to you about, I talked to you about before the date happened. But there was one thing that I wanted to do, and I hope that you can forgive me. John needed a little privacy.
Oh?
She's been holding on to something for a while, and I think she's wanting to hand it over.
Like a battle chip?
He just kind of like looks over toward the bay. Back whenever Alan had went camping with her, she was going to ask him if he wanted to go out again, and she was going to bring him here. She's been having this conversation with her aunt for a couple of months now. Last time she came without him, it was just me and her, and she kinda ate the place out a little bit. She was a little mad. But she wanted to help him out. Back then, his Navi was always getting defeated, always getting beat up, and it seemed to cause him a lot of stress, so she wanted to hand him a gift. She's pretty good at customizing. He kind of like brings his hand up to his ears and just kind of like pulls him down a little bit, like, as you can probably see.
Yes, she said she is very proud of you.
She's got a talent for graphic things like this. I don't think that she's really interested in pursuing anything with it, but I think that, honestly, if she could do to other Navis like what she did with me, she could probably make a pretty good living with it. It's something that she could maybe move out of her parents' place with.
She could probably help out with Savannah and Caliber.
Oh, from what Cross had said whenever things were going down, I'm not sure any amount of coding knowledge could help with that mess. Although,
Well,
I mean, if her and Savannah could ever actually interact without what happened last time, then maybe.
I'm sure I could probably pull a few strings. She seems quite attached. It's rather sweet. She wishes she had a customer. Something like Cross or even myself.
Oh.
She was actually wanted to snatch me away.
He kind of like puts his hand up to his chin. That does bring up a point. When it comes to you, I feel like your image data was probably similar to mine at first. Somebody had made it and wasn't really using it for the right purpose. Like I told you, I was kind of a Navi based off of a musician of note. Whenever they brought me into being a emotional support Navi, it really didn't seem to really click with how things were going. When it comes to your image data, everything seems very focused, very detailed. Even among Navis, even among Navis like myself, you would probably stand out a lot.
That is similar to what Jean had told me while she was powdering her nose.
Like, he kind of like reaches forward. As he does, he seems to like bring his hand up towards your hair. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
He seems to bring his hand up towards your blue hair. As he does, he kind of brings a couple of strands down towards your eyes and just kind of like separate them a little bit. The detail that they have here, he kind of like does the same for his. The image data you have, it's worth quite a bit. You would need to find somebody pretty adept at customization, or Alan would have to really work on things in order to mess with you a little bit. I'd say watch out. People out there, especially around, some of the more unsavory places, to delete a Navi like you or to find a ghost state of a Navi like you would be a payday for them. I've had my own run-ins with people like that.
Well, then isn't it better that I pretend that I am not a Navi and a copybot?
I was more meaning on the net.
Oh. Well, only place I can think of that would have any ghosts currently is the box.
He looks over at you. As far as the real world, I don't think you have much to worry about. We can't, attack anybody, but it doesn't stop us from running. I know several times there have been people around John whenever she's wandered into random parts of the city that aren't very great. All I have to do is pick her up and take off.
Well, in that case, that's something I could easily do with Alan as well. Although it would give me away.
That'd be a sight to behold.
I've done it before.
Oh?
Yes, he sprained his ankle. Alan is very soft.
He just kind of looks at you. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
He is quite slender, but he is still soft. And warm. Very warm.
As that happens, the doorway over at the restaurant seems to open as Alan seems to come out. As Alan comes out, he seems to look kind of nervously over towards you and like back toward the doorway, and he just kind of like walks out from there and goes down the stairs. As that happens, Chill Fox seems to have his tone go from very playful to a bit of a slightly more serious as he walks out. Hey guys.
Hello. Is everything all right?
Yeah, Jean just said that she was going to bring things up with the people about the aunt and
Paying for the meal?
yeah, that. He seems very distracted.
Are you all right?
Is he looking red?
He doesn't look red.
Okay.
As he just kind of like looks around, just kind of like looks over at Chill Fox. As Chill Fox just kind of nods at him. As Chill Fox does, he goes and like walks back. I'll go check on her.
Chill Fox.
Hmm?
Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Right now? Probably. I have to save a couple of subjects for later when we talk.
Of course.
Do you have anything else?
No. It is... I'm fine.
We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Bing. As he goes inside, Alan just kind of like goes over and leans on one of these things and gives off a bit of a sigh.
Are you all right? You look...
I'm fine.
Is he pale?
He's not pale. He just seems to be rather just... You've seen whenever Alan has been stressed out before. He seems a little stressed.
You do not have to tell me, but you do seem a little bit stressed.
I just wanted to make sure that, like I said, that I was understood. Well.
Oh.
She tried to, she did. She gave me... He like reaches down into his pocket and pulls out what appears to be a small box. She gave me a gift, and when I was looking at it, she leaned in and kissed me on the cheek.
Oh.
She's like...
I smiled. I tried. I tried to. But I told her I wasn't really looking for any sort of relationship right now.
I see.
I must have said it pretty quick too, because she got kind of flustered. I'm not sure if I'm very good at this.
Do you know if that was her intention?
I don't know. I'm not good at reading things.
I see.
I didn't have time to ask Cross, or I'm not sure where Bug Vader is yet.
Do you...
Kind of looks towards the restaurant.
Do you want me to check on some things? Or do you want me to stay here with you?
She didn't seem like she was... I hope I didn't make her feel too bad. She seemed like she was fine.
If anything,
I tried to see if she wanted this back, but she told me no.
Kind of looks at the box that he's holding.
What is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she had told me it was some regular memory. He brings it up as he does. He seems to pull out a small USB-like device. Inside of it seems to be 6 regular memory. It's something to upgrade Navis with.
Oh,
She said that she had originally got it for my normal nav a while back, and I was busy distracted by that when she moved over and did that at me.
hmm.
She
If
told me that
anything,
she was sorry for everything, and she said that she understood. I don't think that she understood exactly what I was trying to say to her, though. I wasn't doing it because of what she did. I don't think I want anyone to be, I mean, I don't think that she'd be someone bad to go out with or anything. I'm not holding a grudge against her for anything that happened or anything like that. I just hope that she knows that.
hmm.
But when I said what I said, she said that she understood and she was sorry for what she did.
I think if she is upset, it is probably more because of embarrassment. Again, I don't know what she is willing to divulge, but I can, as a other girl, maybe she might want to talk about it. Or maybe it might be best to give her her space.
I just hope that she doesn't feel like I don't want to talk to her or be too quiet or anything, you know? As he
I
says
feel
that, stepping out from the restaurant, you hear, got everything taken care of, guys. As she starts making her way down, Chill Fox behind her. She seems to walk straight up to you guys, not really keeping a distance or anything from anybody. As she just goes, they seem to not know who I am. Can you believe that? I mean, I know I don't look a lot like my aunt or anything, but come on. I've been here so many times.
Goodness, how strange.
She like looks over at the box that he has. He tries to put it away in his pockets, and she just kind of like smiles over at it and smiles to you. It should help you guys out a lot. The regular memory?
Yes. Thank you for today.
6 is usually pretty good for one Navi. They can take a pretty good care of themselves for that, but I guess you guys will have to split it up between you guys. Or you can just throw it all into Yome. That'd be fine.
I don't think Alan wants to do that. That wouldn't be fair to Cross and Bug Vader.
Either way. She kind of looks at the two of you. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just enjoying the breeze. It is not something you get in the net. A breeze.
She kind of just gives a bit of a smile and goes to turn away as she goes to walk off. John. It counted. Chill Fox just kind of looks at him. You just kind of look at him. John just kind of looks at him.
Yome kind of looks at him kind of wide-eyed because I'm pretty sure she knows what that means.
John kind of looks at him for a second and then just smiles. You're a dork. Come on. As she starts walking. Chill Fox looked at you, not really understanding what just went on, and kept going. As John just kind of heads off a little bit ahead of you guys, Alan just kind of stands forward.
It counted.
I don't want her to think that I don't like her.
Well, that is one way to do it.
He looks over at you a little bit down. I don't want to be unfair. Sorry.
That is quite all right. Again, you are the one that wants to rebuild and create bonds that are positive with the people in your life. And that is what I want to help as well with. So of course, I would not count.
I haven't wanted to tell you.
That is quite all right, Alan. Don't worry.
No, not that. I mean, he just kind of like looks away, just like, how can I say this without sounding like an asshole?
Her arms kind of crossed for a little bit.
Looks back. I count both of ours, too. I need to... he just starts walking after, like, we should catch up.
Yes. We should.
Do you follow?
Yeah, she follows.
At this point, you guys walk around a bit, heading back toward the station. Upon heading back toward the station, Bug Vader, you have been there for a little while, waiting on them, because you had helped out a little bit with them.
Oh, I am on mute. Okay.
Yeah, you had helped out a little bit with them, with the thing at the flower shop. However, right afterwards, you didn't really have any way of contacting them too well, so you just kind of waited at the station for them.
Sounds good.
Upon all of them getting back and coming down, Bug Vader and Yome, you guys know that you have quite a bit of time remaining on your copy bots. You don't have to put them away quite yet.
Well, my plan was to walk him home, because it's dangerous at night, right, Chill Fox?
You definitely can. I mean, especially since you guys are getting on the train right here.
Yeah, exactly.
As you guys make your way
I
here,
don't think I'm allowed to take the train. I literally have a gun for a hand.
You're allowed to
I
take
don't
the
care. No, listen to me. Even if I don't have ammunition, do you think it's kosher for a culture that has guns as illegal? You think it'd be kosher for them to be like, oh yeah, you could take the subway, Mr.
You
Gun
technically have a blaster for a hand.
Oh! Oh! Well, that makes it all right then!
Well, I'm glad you understand. Get on the fucking train.
Are you gonna...
You know what?
Gonna...
Okay, we'll have a compromise. Before I got on the train...
Technically, you can also, like, get the blaster to go away and have a hand come out of it, but, you know, that's just you.
You just choose to be one-handed the whole time.
I was going to say I'd wrap it up with bandages or something.
Where'd you get the bandages? Fucking hop into a Shoppers on the way back with money you don't have?
Yeah.
Yes. I have money. Wait, hold on.
I have a
money.
gun.
I mean, with you don't have the PET though, so wouldn't you not have access to that money?
Yeah, you'd have to have the PET with you.
Ah, crap. Regs? Something? Pizza Maxes?
Unless you guys had personal navies, you guys would have to have the PET with you, yeah.
Would I randomly discover I could turn my gun to a hand?
Sure, dude.
Alright, then he tried to cover his gun blaster pizza boxes.
I'll show you an actual like image of it or like a scene of it at some point, but like, you know, it basically just would like turn into like an exact copy of like your other hand, except maybe it would have like a bit more of the
like,
armor on it.
I think it's a case of he tried to do it the complicated way, and then he like tries to punch the wall going, I wish there was an easier way. Wait, that's the hand on the wall. Oh. Oh, I could do that.
I just thought about punching and I did. As
did
you
it.
guys get onto the train, Bug Vader, you get on there as well. Basically, you guys can tell that there's quite a bit of people on the train right now. People going home from things. You guys aren't able to have too many like big conversations with each other. Both Chill Fox and John are off on one side, as the three of you are over here at this kind of area. Bug Vader, you're kind of standing like at attention outside of it. It's like holding on to like one of the rails. As Yome, you're getting a little bit of jealous of Bug Vader holding onto the rails because he just seems to naturally be able to do it.
Puffy face.
As everything's going, there's a couple of people in between you guys, so you guys can't actually see like Chill Fox and John or understand what they're talking about or anything. Alan just kind of like looks over towards you, kind of like trying to gauge your expressions and things.
Slightly looking away. Notices that he's eyeing her, looks away.
Looks up toward Bug Vader. Did everything go well with you today, Bug Vader?
What was that?
Did everything go well with you?
In the end, yeah. I'm gonna be helping run the flower shop around 7. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Oh, you're probably helping them bring some things in, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad that I stopped going and doing that, but around that time is whenever I got you guys. I'm glad you're able to help out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like looks between everything.
Do you know much about her master?
Oh, the man who owns the flower shop?
Yeah. I hear he's been ill.
Alan's gonna roll for something. Boop. Yeah, it's actually really upsetting. Whenever I was helping them out at first, he was pretty lively for a guy his age. He was moving around a lot. He was able to do a lot more than I could. I felt really embarrassed. He could lift the flower pots super easy with one of his arms. He basically I don't want to say it like this, Bug Vader, but he might have been stronger than you. At least it felt that way. I never knew that a guy around 80 years old could be like that.
Well, shows how he's living to 90.
90?
Well, that's the age I got.
I'm pretty sure he was 80 whenever I asked him.
Well, I suppose women aren't the only one that lie about their age.
He kind of looks a little bit away for a second. Maybe she just didn't want to tell you for some reason? Or did she actually forget? That doesn't make sense.
I'm sure there's a reason. It might have to do with the sickness. If it is a sickness.
Well, whenever I talked to him, he could have given me a wrong age, I guess. But whenever I talked to him, he was pretty strong, you know? I feel really bad that he's been bedridden for all this time. But you should be able to help them out pretty well, Bug Vader. I could come and help out too if you want.
If you want to.
Probably not every time, but I could come sometimes.
Hey, consider it my training. I gotta train the body in the PT, I gotta train the body in the outer world.
He opens his mouth as if to say, you'll be using a different copybot every time, so that wouldn't really... And then he just closes his mouth. He's like, you
Navis do not
work
have
on
muscle.
that, Bug Vader.
Navis don't have muscles to atrophy.
It's muscle memory. How do you two not... Okay, fine.
You already seem to have that in spades. You're standing without a single wall.
I'm sure it's just how stable and sturdy he is, Yome.
Sure it is.
You got the hang of it.
I bet if I tried to stand up right now, I'll slip and fall.
No, I don't think you would.
Want a bet?
Yeah.
All right. What do I get if I win? And what do you get if you win?
What do you want?
I want to die, so I'm going home.
We're going home, Bug Vader.
I do not know yet.
How about an IOU for both of us then?
Sure.
All right, well, I'm gonna stand up.
Inside Alan's head, he's like, she technically could just win by forcing herself to fall over, but Yome would never do that. Yome, you go to stand up. Do you want to try to stay up, or do you want to slip over? I'm asking both Yome and I'm asking Squeaky.
All right. So an IOU from Alan sounds great. But there's also, well, she doesn't think Alan would take advantage of an IOU. But at the same time, it's that thing of like, he's so confident she won't stay up, but she's also very confident she'll fucking bust her ass. But it's like, I can get anything I want out of Alan. I mean, I can already kind of do that.
That's why I said I'm asking both you and Squeaky. Because you're technically able to fail any role you want.
I'm not entirely for or against. I like the idea of getting. I like the idea of getting the favor from Alan, but I also know that Yome to be somewhat fair.
Well, here's the thing. That's why I'm not asking Yome. It's
yeah,
up
I
to
know.
you. Do you want to do the role, or do you not want to do the role?
I'll do the role.
Okay.
I kind of want the favor out of Alan. So.
If you want the favor out of Alan, then you don't have to do the role.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to fail the role, or do you want to roll the role?
No, I don't want to roll the role. I want that favor.
Okay. Because one of the things I want you guys to understand is anytime I tell you to roll for something, you can tell me, can I just fail this roll?
Okay. Good to know for the next time.
Can I roll a 1d1?
Sure. If you find one.
I think I have one in my collection.
As Bug Vader kind of steps out of the way, Yome, you go to stand up. As you do, you stay up for a second. Yome looks like she's trying, probably, unless you want her to not try. Is she trying or is she not trying?
She is putting some effort, but no.
Okay. As she stands...
Also, Phantom did a thing.
As she stands... Wee. Boop.
Also, Phantom ran Dix.exe. Go look at it, Deco.
Uh-oh.
She ran Dix.exe.
Oh, no.
Dick chip. Dick battle chip in. Download.
Fucking male Yome and male Cross.
Male Yome's like, no, I can fuck Alan. I can finally fuck Alan. That's pretty much what the fucking like the male mate box looks like. There you go. You just drew Yome's brother phantom thing.
What was the brother's name again?
Kare.
Kare. That's it. Perfect.
Because they would have done the whole thing of like, let's name him boyfriend.
By the way, Phantom, so you know, B cup, wide shoulders.
B cup wide shoulders.
Before we move on, let's go ahead and do this really quick.
I'm saving this as well. I like this. That's great. I love how happy Yome looks. Like, oh, this is what it feels like to be on the other side. I'm gonna call it Dix.exe.
There we go.
That's beautiful.
Perfect. Let's put it right there.
That is great.
Anyway, so as you slip and you fall and he tries to catch you and he's like, sorry, I thought you could,
I didn't think it'd be this bad, though. I am sorry.
I guess you win.
I will think about that favor then.
Your guys' stop eventually comes up. You guys head out from the thing. And as you do... So, yeah. She looks over toward you guys. You guys mind walking me home?
All of us?
You have, Chill Fox, right? Oh, I see how it is. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that. You just live right by the park, right? She looks over at Yome. Do you mind?
Of course not.
She kind of like walks up toward Bug Vader. It'd be nice to have someone big and imposing. You never know when someone's gonna jump out from the shadows, right?
Okay.
Just asking if you're gonna take care of me or not, Bug Vader.
Sure.
She pats you on the shoulder pad.
Okay.
Sorry, I just didn't really talk to you, so thought I should. Didn't know you were so shy. Let's go.
It's not shyness more than confusion.
She starts walking up the thing. We can probably just make it home and turn off the copy bots. You guys don't have to leave them right now.
I intend to walk you home.
Let's head out then. The three of you make your way up with John after Alan. As you guys head upwards, you find yourselves once again out by the station entrance at the residential area you guys are in. Upon getting there, it's very dark at the moment. The streetlights are all on. And where's it at? Boop. How dare you? Get out here. You guys begin to make your way down the streets, heading off toward where Jean says that her house is. You guys both note, as you're walking with Alan and Jean, that it would be a lot quicker just to go straight to Alan's house, as Alan's house is obviously a lot shorter of a distance between the station and where it is. As you guys are kind of hanging back with it, Chill Fox seems to come back a little bit. I talked things over with her. She seems okay.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried.
Seems like she took things a little bit wrong. I think that she at first thought that, well, Alan was just done with her. But hopefully, with what he said earlier, she understands that he's not. It was hard to talk her down a little bit. I didn't think that she really thought that she'd get that strong of a rejection from Alan.
I did try to warn her that Alan is very and can easily be made uncomfortable. I also didn't want to give her the wrong impression as well. I didn't think she would be so forward.
She's been wanting to have this little date of theirs for quite a while. I think she just really kind of forced it down once she knew, well, that he wasn't trying to mess her up or anything.
That is also why you pulled me aside?
I wanted to give her a chance to do what she wanted to do. I mean, I don't want to tell a girl no, you know?
Of course.
You're not allowed to confess. That's... seems really cruel.
Of course. Of course it is cruel.
I saw you take a fall.
Yeah, I'm not good with my balance on the train, unfortunately.
He looks over at Bug Vader. You seem pretty strong with it.
Huh?
Talking about the train. I had a bit of trouble getting used to it too.
You handled it like you've always been doing it, Bug Vader. Even though it was your first time on a train.
I did?
Yes. I slipped and fell several times. Half of which on top of Alan.
I injured one of the copy bots whenever I did my first time.
Maybe it's my giant feet.
You do look very stocky.
Maybe you just have a better center of gravity?
Probably.
Whenever I first got on a train, I had slipped and, well, did a little bit of damage to the copy bot I was in.
Oh.
It wasn't too bad, but we were fined a little bit for it.
Oh dear.
I felt really bad.
Luckily, that has not had to happen on the copy bot that I've used.
He just kind of looks forward.
Either way.
John's a little bit obsessed now.
Obsessed?
I think that when we get to her place, you guys should probably just go home with Alan. I think she's gonna want to go into the park.
Why into the park?
She wants to figure out what happened now that she knows that Alan's telling the truth.
The park is still rather dangerous, is it not?
Yeah. I mean, nothing too dangerous for the three of us there, but at the same time, copybots probably aren't the safest thing to walk through the park in right now. With all of the problems going on in the net there, I don't know if any sort of malfunctions will happen with us.
But even Jean herself.
I don't know. All I do know is that she's really upset now. She doesn't know who did that to Alan, but it caused a bit of a rift, and she doesn't like being, well, made to take something like that.
Maybe
I tried to tell her to go back some other time, maybe during the day, but I think she's going to try to bring it up to Alan. You guys probably should just go home.
But there is a dangerous individual there, is there not?
That's why I'm saying we should just go home and go back later. Right now, especially like this. He just kind of like motions to each of you guys. We got maybe an hour of this left before we have to worry about, well, returning these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that we'll have any problems keeping them safe in the park, but I also don't like the idea of us malfunctioning and maybe doing anything bad while we're in the park because of how the net's being.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you guys. I'm fine walking in there if you want.
I am mainly concerned not only for your safety, but also Jean's. I know that she is a little headstrong, but she must think of her safety.
Oh, again, I'm telling you guys to go home because she's not going to go in there without you.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what you're putting down. Yeah, we'll take Alan straight home.
She's going to bring up, I mean, we have 3 copy bots, and she's also going to motion over toward, as she kind of like he kind of like motions to Bug Vader. Again, she tried to butter him up a little bit earlier.
Hmm.
Is that what she was doing?
I think she was trying to show that everything will be fine as long as you're around. Again, we both saw you net battling, Bug Vader. You're really strong. Especially with that Vulcan chip of yours.
Ganda looks down a little bit. I guess that is a positive, huh?
Being a great net battler, being able to protect your net op, it's nothing to feel bad about, man.
It's not that. It's actually obvious saying it out loud, but I never considered it a good thing or a bad thing.
Hmm?
Just a way of being. Just a... I called myself a monster earlier today. Not as a self-deprecation, thing like that, but I keep forgetting that there is a humanity in me. I guess I'm still trying to find that destiny of mine, but I wonder what that destiny has in store.
He has feelings too.
Oh yeah, we all have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you're starting to understand that you do have some human feelings then, Bug Vader. I've seen a bunch of Navis, a bunch of big ones, a bunch of monstrous ones, and some of them have been some of the nicest Navis I've ever met. I wouldn't worry too much about how you look, man. That can change if you want it to, but you don't need to. You know? Being big and being protective, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes I wish I looked a little bit more intimidating.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Sometimes I wish I looked a little bit more intimidating.
Isn't that strange?
What do you mean?
It is kind of like how smaller built men wish that they could be big and strong, or petite women wish they were bigger in certain areas as well.
whenever
Some people.
I go out with John and we go somewhere bad, it's really hard to keep people away from her whenever they just look at you and say, "Oh, look, it's the K-pop idol. What's he gonna do?"
But it's who you are, right?
It is, and I'm fine with that. But, you know,
Not the K-pop idol, but if you want to look tougher, then start with your stance.
my stance.
You could only say it's your face or anything like that for as long as you want, but I'm able to intimidate viruses with a penguin nose. What's your excuse?
So that's what that was. I didn't want to ask.
I don't know what it is either. I didn't create me.
Just like Yomei mentioned earlier, with everything going on with Caliber and everything, I'm sure that if you ever asked, if you ever really wanted to change yourself, he motions up toward like his ears and like the collar around his shirt and things like that. My operator's pretty good at customizing. If you ever want anything like that, or if you want to ever help Alan with it.
No need.
Mhm.
When I said I'm a monster, I don't mean that as I need to change. I just mean I understand the way I look.
Mm.
If anyone sees differently, then that's because I did a different stance to them.
You're a thoughtful guy, Bug Vader.
I guess.
Eventually, you guys make it to a bit of a turn in the area. I need to make sure that it's the correct thing I'm pulling out again, because sometimes I pull out the wrong thing. I would have pulled out the wrong thing, of course I would have. Do-do-do-do. Boop. As you guys make it to just outside of the park, you guys stop at the side as Alan and John seem to be talking a little bit. However, John is now looking very, very obviously thoughtfully over toward the park as she's like, ah, sighing out loud from it. What's wrong? Oh, sorry, you noticed that?
It was very noticeable, yes.
My bad. It's just... What is it, John?
He's like, oh. Joe Fox literally pulls out a script, looks at it. Just a napkin. A napkin script.
Oh, well, I mean, if all of you can tell that there's something wrong with me, I was just thinking, I mean, Alan, it was still really weird what happened that night, right? That night? You know, the night that your kind of like motions to him and like motions down toward his pants. What? You know, when everything was gone? It's really weird, right? And it happened at night like this. I'm just wondering, I mean, what else could have done it? We couldn't have got online. The network in the camp or in the park is down. Most people can't even walk in there with hardly anything more technological than a PET. I was just wondering, I mean, you know,
Wouldn't it be better to check in the day when you can actually see what's going on in the park?
Well, I mean, I guess you could, but the event happened at night, didn't it? I guess.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, I mean, if we were to go, I mean, we have the three of us, or the three of you right now, motions to Chill Fox, Bug Vader, and Yomei, and me and Alan can maybe try to reenact what happened. He could go and take a shower, and we'll see if anything shows up.
What do you mean reenact?
Well, I could sit there and wait for him. He could go into the shower and everything could happen. And if his stuff disappears, the three of you can chase it down, whatever took it.
But do you not think that if something, the only thing that can be A park is a PET that copybots can compromise?
Well, I mean, she looks over at Chill Fox. You told them? Sorry.
Besides, is the park network not dangerous still? Wouldn't it be better to do all this when everything has been restored?
I mean, you guys are so strong, though. You guys already went after that flick, right? And you pulled off that big combo attack you did?
Yeah, we've also died previously.
Uh,
I don't want to die again.
I mean... mm,
Besides, it is a Sunday. You all have school tomorrow. We all have school tomorrow.
yeah, we probably shouldn't stay up too late. We have net battling, remember? The virus busting class.
You have a test. We have a test.
It's probably best to just go home, John. He motions over toward one of the apartment buildings nearby. I mean,
The park will always be here, will it not?
I guess. I mean... It's fine. We can come back some other time. Maybe if the park's a little bit better, or once we figure out some way around the issues with the copybots, or even whenever we're just in PETs. I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to help out, right? If we find out what happened, it would clear Alan's name eventually. He motions to you guys. I don't really care too much about clearing my name, but I guess it would be a bit better than people thinking that I'm streaking all the time. See? We can mess with it later. Right now, let's actually prepare a little bit first. Don't you think, John? Yeah, I guess. We could also ask other people to come. I mean, you saw Savannah. She has a ton of battle chips, and her Navi completely destroyed Blitzman. I'm sure that Blitzman and Donovan would... She's kind of like looking away as he's like inviting other people.
It is very thoughtful of you to want to do that. But right now, we are somewhat ill-prepared. We don't know what we're walking into. I know it's a park, but
yeah,
network-wise.
I get it. I'm sorry. I'm really miffed at it, you know? I mean, I've thought one thing for so long, and it's fine. She looks
We
over
will do-
toward the apartment buildings. Continue.
We will get to it at some point. If you really think whatever did it so many years ago is still here, then it is most likely not going anywhere.
Maybe.
You have to also contribute the factor of time. It could still be here, but it also could not be.
Yeah. All right, I'm going home then. Good night, John. She looks back at Chill Fox. She kind of like smiles, but has like a bit of a frown in her face as she does. Yeah, good night, Chill Fox. She like looks at him, looks over at Alan. As she's walking off to leave all of you guys, she kind of like gets a bit of a sad look in her face, and she just kind of like gives a wave. We should hang out again.
Of course.
See you in just a bit. Yeah. As she goes across the street. Upon doing so, she goes off and around one of the corners a little bit and disappears. As Chill Fox waves at her and looks back to you guys. Should we have walked her to her door? I mean, you could have. The rest of us wouldn't have been welcome. Oh, right.
She had said that she was going with a friend. I should go. I played as her friend for a little bit. I will go.
Her parents own this building. They have it to where, well, You remember the stuff at the theater, right?
Oh, the evil tape? Oh, I see. That will give me away then.
I don't know why her parents are like that. I mean, didn't they get her a Navi? I think it's just the copy bots that they're a little shy around. Either way, he looks to you guys. Thanks a lot for going with what I said. I know that we probably could have kept everybody safe, but until we figure out what's going on in that park, I don't really feel that 3 public Navis or 3 public copy bots with hardly any real protection should go in there. If we were in our own copy bots, it'd be different, but, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. If you guys don't mind, he kind of reaches back toward the back of his neck. You can tell that he's about to shut himself down. Do you guys want to do anything?
No.
I'm basically asking if you guys want to say anything to him before he shuts himself down.
Thank you.
Suck! I'm kidding.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
Bug Vader.
you. Thank you for tonight, Chill Fox.
You too, Yome. We have to do it again.
Another date?
I wouldn't mind.
I'll think about it.
He smiles, nods at Bug Vader, nods at Alan. Click. As he clicks. Whoop. Chill Fox seems to disappear, and the copybot remains in its place. As the copybot seems to stand there for a moment and then starts walking back toward the station.
Interesting.
Shall we head back? We're just on the other side of the park here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I would say let's cut through, but probably not after what you guys said.
Smokeman is in there. I didn't want to say it outright, but
Smokeman?
Smokeman isn't. Well, remember the emails?
You guys sent him to the park?
No, but that is who I think might be in the park due to our emails. Remember? Didn't I tell you?
Yes, but I didn't. I don't want to say it like this, but I hope he's okay.
What? He. Why?
The net at the park is not stable. I've heard that some Navis have gone crazy going in there. If something like Smokeman were to go in there and get unhinged, I don't know what would happen.
I mean, based on the emails, is it safe to say that already happened?
It's less. How can I put it? The last time I think a Navi went in there, at least from what people said, they started just causing random traffic events. They started darting out at some of the nearby traffic lights and shutting everything down. They started sporadically just attacking random programs. I don't think that emails saying that they want to challenge you is something on that level, but maybe. All I know is that before we found him in our doghouse, I don't think that he's originally from this place, if that's what you were saying.
No, that is not what I was saying. But if Smokeman is in there like I think he is, and he is not compromised,
You were told by the way, before things get too into this, he was going to be over at Den Area 2, which is the area that would lead into the park network.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Before things get too deep into this conversation.
I mean, he's probably not in the park itself, unless Den Area 2 is in the park.
Oh, so he's just close to the park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. let's go around then.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make yourselves around the park. As you guys do. After a few minutes, you find yourselves once again outside of a familiar house. Stepping into said house, Alan just kind of opens the door. Are you guys going to walk in with him, or are you guys going to turn off your copy pots? He said you guys don't really have to currently.
I have to take off my clothes. I can't do it outside.
I mean, you could and just walk off with your clothes.
No.
Just a regular copy bot in your dress.
Exactly. I have to take off my clothes.
You guys make your way inside. As you do, Alan seems to just kind of open the door. He slugs inside. The last little bit of the trek, you notice that Alan seemed to have gotten a little bit tired from everything, as he seems to just kind of go inside and flop down onto the couch with a bit of a sigh. He seems to toss off his bag before he does that. As he sits down, Yome and Bug Vader, you notice something as he does this.
Okay.
As he throws down his bag, he seems to hit somebody.
Yay?
Sitting on the other side of the couch is another person. Alan seems to have just flopped down and not noticed.
Oh.
As Alan flops out, why is there boss music?
Oh. Hello.
He just kind of like puts the bag off of him because like the bag seemed to hit him in the arm, and like he just kind of like puts it on the ground.
In the PET, you hear Bug Vader. Oh shit! It's Daddy.
Alan just kind of like looks around, kind of like a bit tired, like sees his dad. Dad! He stands up really quick.
Wait, I thought Bug was joking. You're not his brother?
He looks over, looks at the two of you. You see that his dad seems to have a very tired look about him as well, as he just kind of looks around. You should hang these things up before you throw them on the couch like that. Right. He just kind of puts it onto the ground. He looks around. You can sit back down. I wasn't getting on you or anything. I didn't mean to hit you, Dad. Sorry. It's no problem. He looks over at Yome and Bug Vader. Navis?
Yep.
Hello.
He looks over at Bug Vader in particular. You're the one Marks was talking about, with the crack in your head.
Yeah. What'd they say about me?
Said that you were able to hide from him for a good number for a little bit. It's impressive.
Well, I guess that's just the viruses I fought taught me well.
He looks over at Yome.
Hi.
He looks over toward the TV screen, sees Cross. You did mention you had a couple of projects going on. I guess they all worked out. He just kind of stands up.
You can.
She just kind of points to herself.
You can tell.
He looks over at you and just gives a bit of a smile. Whenever you've seen enough copy bots, you know that some things aren't that pristine.
Oh, I see. I guess I will take that as a compliment.
You could. Real people have a lot more wear and tear on them. If you're trying to blend in, he kind of like motions over toward his eyes, where you see just again there's some
dark
bags under
circles.
them. A few less impressive features would potentially help out with that.
He's like, you're too pretty.
I see.
Not to mention, he looks at both of you. You're both in public bots, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. He walks over towards you. As he does, he seems to like put a hand like over top of where your shoulder is. You note that as he does this, you feel the need to want to go away from him.
Huh?
You like
Yeah, just like
these things like to stay away from conflict.
I see.
It's pretty easy to tell how fidgety some people are whenever the unknown's around them. Sorry.
Well, Alan's dad confirmed Conquerors hockey.
what?
He fucking has Conquerors hockey.
In One Piece, there's a thing called hockey, and Conquerors hockey's the one where your aura pretty much can knock out those that are unable to fight you in a way.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a Yonko.
He looks at Bug Vader. He looks over at Yome. I prefer that you guys wouldn't use those public bots.
We are trying to get our own.
Oh? Yeah. With my own, stuff. You mean the stuff that I gave you? I mean, well, saving up, I was kidding. That'd be a good idea. These things can bring viruses into the house. There's no defenses on them. They keep, well, showing up. Like that creature that was inside the doghouse. Mark said you guys took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have talked to it, but I guess there was nothing left to talk to after you guys took it down.
I mean, we did talk to it.
Did it say anything important?
It's a Darkloid.
Darkloid, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It referred to itself as a Darkloid and not a solo Navi?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
And it had a backup somewhere. That, we...
Looks at Alan.
It said it had a backup.
Alan's kind of at this point like shying a little bit away from the conversation.
But we should probably get these public bots out of the house. Wouldn't that be best for you, sir?
He looks over at Alan, looks to the two of you. If I'm making things awkward, I can head back to the hotel.
No, of course not. And you have every right to be in your own home.
It's not awkward at all, Dad. We were just coming home from being out.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Yome. On a date?
Looks away.
Again, the little things you notice, the things that aren't real and the things that are. That dress of yours. It's real, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Good to know your allowance is going to better things. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
I used some of my own hard-earned zenny. Well.
He actually smiles at you as you say that.
Crosses arms.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, of course. I've busted quite a virus and gotten quite a bit of zenny. I thought it would have been nice to have gotten myself something as a reward. You know, as they say, air quotes, treat yourself.
Huh, seems my son has a troublesome little Navi. Seems to think that that what she gets herself isn't his. I mean, you're going through and finding data because he put you together, right? Not to mention, he's using battle chips to help you in fighting, right? That is, unless this one does all the fighting. Motions over to Bug Vader. But no, you're right. How foolish of me. You probably used your hard-earned money. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Mm.
If you do wish to be more than just what you are, you need to hurry up and get that personal copy bot of yours.
We plan to. And then I can even help around the house. It probably needs a woman's touch anyway.
Hasn't had a woman's touch in a long time.
Then
Funny.
it is long overdue.
Why?
Funny. I was just getting comfortable with it.
Hmm.
You know what? I will head out. You're interesting. He goes and walks away. These nabbies are yours, Alan. I approve. And he steps out. Bye, Dad.
Suddenly you make a lot more sense.
I am sorry.
He doesn't talk that much, usually.
I am sorry I think he just hit a sore spot.
I don't think he was upset. If he was upset, he would have just went to his room. He doesn't normally talk that much anymore. Especially when he's tired. I probably should have read that email from earlier. He was probably telling me he was coming home.
But then why did he head out? Wouldn't he want to be at his own home?
I don't know. I think that he probably heard I was leaving to Mom's. So I usually leave on Mondays, so maybe he wanted to be around today. We're going to be leaving on Tuesday, though, so maybe we could send him an email?
Yes, of course.
I don't know much about... He just kind of stretches. I think that I'm good for the day.
Alright.
Just kind of like takes off her shoes. I should probably remove my clothing then, as she undoes one of the ribbons.
Turns, goes up the stairs. He's like, I'm not even going to nope, just gonna leave.
The quicker we turn these copy bots off, I guess the easier it'll be for everyone, wouldn't it?
Looks at Bug Vader.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
She's in the process of like taking off her.
I was looking at Phantom's art, okay? She made a new one.
Uh-oh.
Another one? Oh,
Uh-oh.
wait, it's probably... Oh, there it is. She's got little lashes! It's beautiful. Once a penguin, always a penguin. It's beautiful.
What a good penguin. Let's go ahead and put this one in, too. Anyway, continue your guys' stuff.
Yeah, she's just in the process of, like, she just takes off her shoes, freaking reaches under her skirt, slides down the panties, undoes the ribbon, like, that are, like, on her shoulders. Just, like, she's getting undressed. There's no one here but you and her now.
Oh, Cross is on the TV.
Yeah, that's Cross. She won't say anything about it. Doesn't matter.
Perfect.
It scares me, not gonna lie, says Phantom. Why are you describing this in detail, Eggy Raver? Because I can. Because in the alternate universe where this is actually an anime, the budget would go to it. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. This is what our hard-earned budget goes into.
There we go.
Fan service.
Now they're all beside each other. Anywho.
Yep, she just takes off her clothes.
You do so.
Folds them nicely and puts them on the couch.
You do so. As you do, Cross eventually disappears from the TV, makes her way up toward the PET. Do you two want to turn yourselves off? Or do you want to talk to yourselves for a second?
Well, she was just gonna look at Bug Vader.
Do you need help turning yourself off?
What do you mean? I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, on the back of your neck, there is a switch. Just press it.
All right. Back at the net. Okay. Feeling around, I don't know if I can find it. Is it this?
No.
Oh no, she's hot.
Now Yome's just standing in the room with a naked in the.
As copybot Bug Vader seems to walk away.
Wouldn't he be walking out the door? Oh wait. Here we go.
I didn't want to drag that over again, but it leaves.
Yeah. Okay. She's just gonna call out upstairs.
I've left my clothes folded on the couch, Alan. I'll be shutting myself off so you do not have to come downstairs and see me.
Yep.
Okay, now. I'm just gonna leave the door open so that that we can walk out.
Flips the switch.
As you two make it back into the PET.
Yes.
Alan seems to have got up and sat down where he is on his thing. You guys hear that the door closes as the copybots leave. Alan seems to look forward towards you guys. Bug Vader, do you still have that program? The one that I made?
What do you? Yep, still got it.
Okay. I actually thought of something that could be pretty interesting with it if I can mess around with it a bit. Also, he brings up the RAM.
Look, Alan,
Not the
I'm gonna
RAM,
tell you something.
the reg ups. Anyway, continue.
Alan, just between you and me, don't get my hopes up by saying the word interesting. My definition and your definition are very different with interesting. When I say interesting, it's probably not legal. When you say interesting, it's probably an episode of a soap opera.
I mean, I guess technically if you want me to say it, it probably voids my warranty with your program.
Don't play with my feelings, Alan.
That is probably illegal then, isn't it?
I never signed a warranty though, so it's fine.
That is very true.
Either way,
Don't tease my beak.
if you guys want to shut yourselves down, I can probably install these reg ups as well.
Why shut me down when you know what? I'm not going there.
Why shut me down when you only turn me on?
Thank you, Yome. I stopped myself because I realized it was horrible, but you know what? But, yeah.
I was just thinking that maybe the Force Update program that I made could potentially get rid of some more of that junk data that's bogging you guys down. If I could force you guys into some sort of an updated state, maybe some of that stuff could get cleared out, and you guys might feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, this should make you feel better anyway. With two reg up for each of you, you could potentially start powering yourselves up with some of our battleships. We have a decent number of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. As he goes to each of you, do you guys mind if I install this program in you, the Force Update?
I do not mind.
Looks to Bug Vader.
Sure.
I'm totally fine with it.
Thanks, Cross. Good to know.
Am I on mute? I said sure.
No.
Yeah.
She did that for Cross.
Oh.
As he goes to each of you guys, he seems to get a bit of a smile. I'll see you guys in the morning then.
Well, that's fine.
I'll take care of your clothes, Yome.
Mm-hmm. sorry for undressing so suddenly.
No, it's... I was half expecting it.
I'm sorry, what?
Good night. As he goes forward and he goes to shut the three of you down for the night.
Bleh.
Upon doing so, the three of you shut yourselves off.
Look,
As you...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Look, Vader, if you want to be part of this ship war drama, just don't expect that anything actually happened. It's better for your heart.
As you guys shut down for the night, Bug Vader, you feel like something's wrong as you shut down. Yome, you feel very strange as you shut down as well with this program installing into you. As that happens, I think we're going to end things off with a bit of an ending cutscene.
Oh no.
As you guys shut down, you feel strangely tired as you feel these updates potentially happening. Cross doesn't feel a thing as this happens. Cross has her own stuff going on. But as these updates seem to take with you guys, the morning comes, and Cross is the only one that wakes up. That morning, Alan is very frantic. He doesn't know what actually to do. Cross calms him down, and for the good part of the bit of the morning, Alan tries to use the Force update thing again, wondering if it's that happened, if something happened with it, if he messed up again. He tries to see if it would work through. He should have knew not to try this random program that he came up with as a bit of a fix everything. He's keeping himself down from it. He doesn't really know what else to do. Unfortunately, Cross seems to shut down as well during a little bit of that, testing the update program for herself and waking up. Things seem very the same, very similar. Alan wants to stay home and figure things out, but Cross convinces him to go to school, 'cause he needs to, and the update program will go for a couple of hours. There's nothing he can really do about it. Alan makes his way to school. Eventually, an email shows up from someone. Cross answers it for him. The two of them have a bit of a talk. The morning passes. It goes to the lunchtime. Things seem to go kind of normally. Nothing happens. The school day reaches its end. Alan rushes home, not talking to anyone on the way. He gets home. He's about ready to try the backup data, but Cross stops him. Let the update go through. The two of them, Cross understands, was a lot more damaged than her. These updates probably are just being strange with them. Alan did not find himself able to really concentrate too hard during that day. But luckily, I already rolled for Cross, and Cross did really well in virus busting today.
Yay.
It was the first of many of those classes.
As she starts busting viruses, her nose starts becoming a penguin beak.
But as Alan has his head laying down, waiting for things to happen, not sure what to do, Yo Man Bug Vader,
Yep.
you feel as if you've been shut down for around potentially like 16 hours.
I thought you were going to say 16 years.
Oh no.
As you guys come to consciousness, looking in front of you, you feel emptier but fuller at the same time. You feel stronger. You feel healthier. And as you open your eyes to look in front of you, a noise is heard from his PET. Alan looks down at it, and a sense of relief goes across his face. To be continued. You guys were out for a long time.
Yeah, we were.
So Vader worked under Smoke Man for the 2-year time skip, knowing that yes, they are enemies, and he aims to defeat Smoke Man, but he knows that that's not today, and begs to be trained under him. Yo Man, on the other hand, takes towards the sky as she learns to control weather to her will.
Is that how it works?
Either that or Microsoft fucking botched another update. Surprise!
No, you guys did pretty well. You guys feel as if your cyber bodies are again fuller, but also kind of emptier, to kind of show that you have your capacities will be going up, but you don't have enough like data to fill those capacities. You're gonna get more HP, and you guys are gonna get some reg memory.
Yay.
I will let you guys know. You guys are gonna each get 3 reg memory. As far as that's concerned.
So we finally get to know the name of our Bankai chakra in order for us to improve our devil fruits.
Well, I mean, as far as that's concerned, you have these 3 chips currently that can be put into your regular memory. If you look at them over here real quick, these each would cost 2 regular memory, so you'll be wasting 1 of your regular memory currently because you don't have a 3 reg memory thing. If you were to choose one of these, this means that you have a one-time use of this ability, either it being Cyber Sword, Guard, or Airshot. As you have that, you also gain passive benefits from it. With Cyber Sword, you gain a passive +1 to melee attacks. With Airshot, you gain a passive +1 to ranged attacks. And with Guard, you gain a passive +1 to your AC. You guys can choose one of those to go onto your persons whenever we get to actually leveling you guys up. Eventually, you guys can switch those out for something else that has a 3 in its regular memory thing. You guys might find a couple of those soon. But with that being said, we're at the end of the game, guys. We're doing good. We're doing good. Doing good. Also,
Doing
yes,
great.
Bug Vader, because you leveled up, and the max on the stats have gone up, you will be gaining +1 AC anyway.
Hooray!
So that's gonna be fun.
Yee.
Because currently you had a 16 AC, now you're going to have a 17 AC. And Yome, you're gonna basically be the same unless you use your stats to increase your defensive speed. We'll see though. We'll get into that. You guys will get extra stats. You're gonna get your capacity stuff. You're gonna get some reg memory, and you guys will be getting a new ability.
Yay.
To go with your pulse wave and your whip cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hmm.
What about Cross? I mean, do I really have to bring up anything with Cross? Right
What
now,
about Cross?
right.
Yes.
She
Sure.
gained the power of Nen. She gets the most awesome shonen power level system of the entirety of shonen. Unfortunately, she's going to be in a major hiatus, and we don't know when it's going to continue. Why did I decide to read the manga? Yes, it's interesting. It's still really high quality. But what's the next chapter?
Yeah, unfortunately, if you guys want to know what happens to Cross, I guess you're gonna have to start reading the manga. Oh wait, this is the
Don't
anime
worry,
original.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens to Cross later. But as we saw right there, Cross didn't get as much of an update as the other two currently. Cross was able to wake up very, very quickly and was able to help Alan through the day, but unfortunately was not able to get the hard update that the two of them just got.
Oof.
With that being said,
Oh,
though,
sorry.
we got some arts today. Look at that.
Yeah.
Phantom, why you gotta do this to us? Why you gotta get us arts?
We've got dicks and bobs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest here, don't crucify me. I haven't finished Berserk yet.
I haven't even started Berserk yet.
But yes, Hunter x Hunter's really good. And
Phantom's just like, don't question me. Phantom also completed a different piece of art as well, but we'll show that off hopefully Wednesday. It'll either be Wednesday or it'll be next Wednesday. We'll have to see.
but yeah, I'm gonna learn from
You mean next Sunday or Wednesday?
No, for the other thing.
But don't
Oh,
worry.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn from Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna. Oh no, I'm in a hiatus. Oh no. Oh no.
We'll have to see if we have anything like that on Wednesday. I will let you guys know. There's gonna be no Pokemon tomorrow. We're still waiting on Aaron to get back from his con trip. So there will be no Pokemon on the morrow. We'll have to see what happens with their big climactic battle next week. We'll probably do some sort of stream tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what we'll do. We may do another kind of stream like we did when we were preparing the Avatar room. Maybe I'll do some more stuff like that. We'll see. Or we'll just play some fucking more Outer Worlds or something. I don't know. We'll see if we have Avatar on Wednesday. If we don't, we'll try to have something else. Like, depending on if these guys are available. If we don't have Avatar on Wednesday, we'll have this on Wednesday. Depending.
I am available.
We'll see. Well, of course you're available.
What do you mean, of course?
Well, you beat for the Wednesday game too.
Yeah.
But we will definitely see if that is a case. What's up?
Can I discuss some of what's happening on my end? Or
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
All right. For those that aren't on my server and do know my stuff, I made a joke, but in all seriousness, Late Night Tango is in an indefinite hiatus, and I'm gonna have to move on as if it's canceled. So there is going to be a new game on my end.
We'll have to get ready for that. You put a thing up there too, didn't you? You put a poll at one point.
Yeah, right now there's a poll for people to vote on the time setting. Right now it's a 3-way tie. I'm gonna post it in Summoners Network's Discord. Actually, I'll post it in the Twitch chat too. Gonna be all new.
We may have to mod you first.
Oh.
Pass me in and I can put it in.
Did that not send?
Yeah, we have to mod you first.
I'll just put this in stream chat in the Discord.
No, you give it to Squeaks and she'll throw it down.
Yeah, it's very complicated, so I'm not going to go into detail. I'm really sorry for all.
Vote Bronze Age. That's what I voted for. Vote Bronze Age.
Yeah, I don't know the players yet, because this time around, in all seriousness, I don't want to be hiatus. So
Vote Bronze Age.
Where the fuck's the stream chat? There it is. Paste.
Perfect.
There.
I know the Avatar crew aren't we don't know we don't know everybody who is completely ready with that one yet. So don't worry about that. Mostly we would have been ready this week if I think we would have had one of the characters have the art stuff ready for things. We also, if I wouldn't have had like last week with 4 of my days being taken up, so I had to like get things ready. So we may have it this week. We probably won't. It probably will be next week because of computer issues and things of that nature. But we shall see. With that being said, my dudes, if you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks, put them in the comments below. If you ever wanted to find an episode 1 of this for any reason, you head over to the YouTube, which is linked below. There's a nice little playlist that'll show where you guys can watch the NetNavi game. And with that being said, guys, until next time, later days.
Bye, everybody.
They voted Bronze Age, you son of a bitch.